Hey everyone, welcome back to Native Speakers Channel. I'm Sarah, and I'm so excited you're joining us today. Whether you're preparing for your dream job interview or just want to sound more professional at work, you're in exactly the right place. We've got something really special lined up for you today.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, everyone. I'm Johnny. Today, we're diving deep into something that makes so many people nervous: job interviews. We're going to break down the top 10 interview questions you're almost guaranteed to face. Plus, we'll share essential workplace phrases that'll help you sound confident and professional. So, Sarah, I think we should start with why interview preparation is so critical.
Absolutely. You know, Johnny, I've been on both sides of the interview table, and I can tell you that preparation makes all the difference. When candidates come in prepared, it shows immediately. They're calmer, more articulate, and they present themselves so much better. But when someone walks in unprepared, it's painful to watch them struggle through basic questions.
So true. And here's the thing. Most interview questions aren't designed to trick you. Interviewers genuinely want to know if you're a good fit for the role and the company. They want you to succeed. The questions follow pretty predictable patterns once you understand what employers are really looking for.
Exactly. So let's jump right into question number one, which is probably the most common opener you'll ever hear. Tell me about yourself. Johnny, why do you think this question trips people up so much?
Oh man, because it's so open-ended. People either freeze up and give a one-sentence answer, or they start rambling about their entire life story from kindergarten onwards. Neither approach works well. The key is to craft what I call your professional narrative, a concise 2 to 3 minute summary that hits the highlights of your career journey.
Right. And here's a great formula to follow. Start with where you are now professionally, briefly mention how you got there, and then explain why you're excited about this particular opportunity. For example, you might say, I'm currently a marketing coordinator with 5 years of experience in digital campaigns. I started my career in social media management, which taught me the importance of engaging content, and gradually moved into broader marketing strategy. I'm particularly excited about this role because your company's innovative approach to customer engagement aligns perfectly with my passion for creative problem solving.
That's a perfect example. Notice how Sarah kept it professional, relevant, and forward-looking. She didn't mention her hobbies, her family, or where she went to elementary school. She focused on professional experience and connected it to the job she's applying for.
Exactly. Now, question number two is another classic. What are your strengths? This seems straightforward, but there's definitely a right and wrong way to answer it.
Absolutely. The mistake people make is either being too modest, oh, I'm okay at most things, or too generic, I'm a hard worker and a team player. Those answers don't tell the interviewer anything useful. Instead, you want to choose 2 or 3 specific strengths that are directly relevant to the job and back them up with concrete examples.
Yes. Let me give you an example. Instead of just saying, I'm detail-oriented, you could say, one of my key strengths is attention to detail, which has been crucial in my current role. Last quarter, I caught a critical error in a contract before it was signed, which saved my company over $50,000. I've developed systems and checklists that help me maintain this level of accuracy even under tight deadlines.
See how much more powerful that is? You've not only stated your strength, you've proven it with a specific example and shown how it creates value. That's what interviewers want to hear.
Now let's talk about the flip side. Question number three. What are your weaknesses? This is the one that really makes people squirm. Johnny, what's your take on this notorious question?
This one's tricky because people try to game it. They give those fake weaknesses like, I work too hard or I'm too much of a perfectionist. Interviewers see right through that. Here's the truth. Everyone has real weaknesses. The key is choosing one that's genuine but not a deal breaker for the role, and more importantly, showing what you're doing to improve it.
That's such an important point. For instance, you might say, I've historically struggled with public speaking, which made presentations challenging earlier in my career. I recognize this was holding me back, so I joined Toastmasters 2 years ago and have been actively volunteering to lead team meetings. While I still get nervous before big presentations, I've developed strategies to manage that anxiety, and my confidence has improved significantly. In fact, I presented to our board of directors last month, and the feedback was very positive.
Perfect. Notice how Sarah acknowledged a real weakness, showed self-awareness, demonstrated proactive improvement, and even ended on a positive note. That's exactly the structure you want to follow.
Moving on to question number 5 is, why do you want to work here? This is where so many candidates miss the mark by making it all about themselves.
Yes, saying something like, I need a job, or you're close to my house, or even, I've heard you have great benefits. None of these answers show that you're genuinely interested in the company or role. Employers want to know that you've done your research and that you're excited about contributing to their specific mission.
Exactly. A strong answer might sound like, I've been following your company's growth over the past 2 years, and I'm really impressed by your commitment to sustainable practices. As someone who's passionate about environmental responsibility, the opportunity to contribute to your green initiative while using my project management skills is incredibly exciting. I was particularly intrigued by your recent partnership with renewable energy providers, and I'd love to be part of expanding that program.
That's outstanding. You've shown you've done research, you've connected your values to the company's mission, and you've demonstrated enthusiasm for specific projects. That's what separates great candidates from average ones.
Question number 6 is about the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Some people worry this is a trick question, but it's really about understanding your ambitions and whether they align with what the company can offer.
Right. The key is being ambitious but realistic and showing that you're thinking about growth within the company. You don't want to say, in your job, to the interviewer, but you also don't want to say something completely unrelated to the career path the role offers.
A solid answer might sound like, in 5 years, I see myself having grown significantly in my expertise in data analysis, hopefully taking on more complex projects and mentoring junior team members. I'm excited about the possibility of moving into a senior analyst role where I can contribute to strategic decision-making. I understand your company values internal promotion, and I'm committed to developing the skills necessary to take on increased responsibility over time.
Nice! You've shown ambition, commitment to growth, and alignment with the company's structure. Now, let's talk about question number 6. Why are you leaving your current job? Or why did you leave your last job? This can be sensitive territory.
Oh, this is where diplomacy is crucial. Even if you had the worst boss in the world or your company had serious problems, this is not the time to vent. The interviewer is listening for red flags. Are you someone who blames others, can't handle challenges, or might badmouth their company in the future?
Exactly. Keep it positive and professional. Focus on what you're moving toward, not what you're running away from. You might say, I've really valued my time at my current company and have learned a tremendous amount. However, I'm ready for new challenges and greater responsibility. This role offers opportunities to work on larger-scale projects and develop skills in areas I'm passionate about, which aren't available in my current position. I'm looking for a place where I can make a long-term contribution and grow professionally.
Perfect approach. Now, question number 7 is behavioral. Tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you handled it. These behavioral questions are huge in modern interviews.
They really are. Employers know that past behavior is the best predictor of future performance. The STAR method is your best friend here. Situation, task, action, result. Let me break that down.
Please do. This is such a useful framework.
Okay, so first you describe the situation. what was happening, then the task, what did you need to accomplish, then the action, what specific steps did you take, and finally, the result, what was the outcome. Here's an example. Last year, our team lost 2 members right before a major product launch. Situation: I needed to ensure we still met our deadline without compromising quality. Task: reorganized our workflow, delegated tasks based on each team member's strengths, and personally took on the most time-sensitive responsibilities. I also negotiated with stakeholders to adjust some non-critical deliverables. Action: we successfully launched on time, and the product exceeded sales projections by 30%. My manager specifically praised my leadership during that crisis. Result:
That's such a complete answer. You've told a story that demonstrates problem-solving, leadership, communication, and results. That's what interviewers are looking for.
Question number 9 is about teamwork. Describe your ideal work environment or team. This helps employers understand if you'll fit their company culture.
Yes, and here's where doing your research about the company really pays off. You want to be honest about your preferences while also showing you understand and appreciate their work culture. If they're a collaborative, fast-paced startup, don't say you prefer working independently in a quiet, structured environment.
Great point. You might answer, I thrive in collaborative environments where team members feel comfortable sharing ideas and constructive feedback. I appreciate a balance of independent work where I can focus deeply on projects, along with regular team check-ins and brainstorming sessions. I also value a culture that encourages innovation and isn't afraid to try new approaches. From what I've learned about your company, it seems like you foster exactly this kind of dynamic, which is really exciting to me.
Excellent. Now we're getting to question number 9. Do you have any questions for us? And Johnny, please tell our viewers they should always have questions prepared.
Always. Saying no, I think you've covered everything, is a huge missed opportunity. This is your chance to show genuine interest, demonstrate that you've been paying attention, and gather information to help you decide if this is the right place for you. Plus, interviews should be a two-way conversation. You're evaluating them just as much as they're evaluating you.
Absolutely. Good questions might include things like, can you describe what a typical day looks like in this role? Or what are the biggest challenges facing the team right now? Or what do you enjoy most about working here? Or what does success look like in this position after 6 months?
Those are all excellent. I'd also ask about growth opportunities. What are the opportunities for professional development? Or about team dynamics? Can you tell me about the team I'd be working with? Just avoid questions about salary and benefits in the first interview unless they bring it up.
Great advice. And finally, question number 10 is usually, is there anything else you'd like us to know about you? Or do you have anything to add? Don't waste this opportunity.
This is your closing statement. Use it to reinforce your strongest qualifications, express enthusiasm, or address any concerns you think they might have. You might say, I just want to reiterate how excited I am about this opportunity. My background in project management, combined with my technical skills, makes me confident I can contribute immediately to your team. I'm particularly drawn to your company's mission and the collaborative culture you've described. I'm ready to hit the ground running and make a meaningful impact.
Perfect. Now, beyond these questions, let's talk about essential workplace phrases that'll help you sound professional and confident, both in interviews and on the job.
Great idea. Let's start with phrases for expressing enthusiasm professionally. Instead of just saying, that's cool, or I like that, try, that's a fantastic opportunity, or I'm really excited about the possibility of contributing to that project, or that aligns perfectly with my career goals.
Yes. And when you need to buy time to think during an interview, don't just sit in awkward silence. Use phrases like, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment. Or, that's an interesting point. To give you the most thoughtful answer, these show you're taking the question seriously.
Absolutely. And when discussing achievements, use strong action verbs. Instead of I was responsible for, Try, I led, I developed, I implemented, I achieved, I streamlined, or I increased. These words convey leadership and results.
Oh, and here's an important one. When you don't know something, be honest but positive. Say, that's not an area I have extensive experience in, but I'm a quick learner and I'd be eager to develop that skill. Or, I haven't worked with that specific software, but I've quickly mastered similar tools in the past.
Great point. And for showing you're a team player, use phrases like, in my experience working with cross-functional teams, or I collaborated with the marketing department to, or I value diverse perspectives, so I always seek input from colleagues.
When discussing challenges, frame them positively. Instead of the problem was, say, the challenge we faced was, or an obstacle we needed to overcome was, then follow up with, here's how we addressed it, or we approached it by.
And here's something crucial. Power phrases for demonstrating impact. Use quantifiable results whenever possible. I increased efficiency by 25%, or I reduced costs by $15,000 annually, or I improved customer satisfaction scores from 70 to 90%.
Numbers really do make your accomplishments concrete. Also, when asked about salary expectations, you can say, based on my research of industry standards for this role and my level of experience, I'm looking for a range between X and Y. However, I'm flexible and would like to learn more about the complete compensation package and growth opportunities. Excellent. And don't forget transition phrases to structure your answers clearly. Use, let me give you some context first, or there are three main reasons, or first and foremost, or building on that point. These make you sound articulate and organized.
Oh, and here's one people often forget. How to close the interview strongly. Say something like, thank you so much for your time today. This conversation has reinforced my interest in the role. I'm confident I could make significant contributions to your team, and I'd welcome the opportunity to continue this conversation.
Perfect. And remember to send a follow-up email within 24 hours, thanking them for their time, reiterating your interest, and mentioning something specific from the conversation.
Such important advice. You know, Johnny, I think we should also mention the importance of body language and tone, even though those aren't strictly phrases.
Oh, absolutely. Your nonverbal communication matters just as much as your words. Maintain good eye contact, sit up straight, smile genuinely, and use hand gestures naturally to emphasize points. Your tone should be enthusiastic but professional, confident but not arrogant.
Yes, and speak clearly and at a moderate pace. When people get nervous, they tend to rush. Take your time, breathe, and remember that pauses are okay. They show you're thinking carefully about your responses.
Great reminder. And here's something else. Practice your answers out loud, not just in your head. It sounds different when you actually speak, and practice helps you feel more comfortable with the words and reduces filler words like and like.
Definitely. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about how to handle difficult or unexpected questions. Sometimes interviewers throw curveballs to see how you think on your feet.
Right. If you get a question you weren't expecting, take a breath and use one of those buying time phrases we mentioned. That's an interesting question. Let me think about the best way to answer that. Then structure your response using the STAR method or another logical framework.
And remember, it's okay to ask for clarification if you don't understand a question. Say, just to make sure I understand correctly, are you asking about, this shows good communication skills and ensures you're answering what they actually want to know?
Absolutely. And here's my final piece of advice. Be authentic. Yes, prepare and practice, but don't memorize scripts. Interviews are conversations, not performances. Let your personality show through while maintaining professionalism.
I couldn't agree more, Sarah. Authenticity builds connection, and ultimately companies want to hire real people they can work with, not robots reciting perfect answers.
Well, I think we've covered a ton of valuable information today. To recap for our viewers, we've gone through the top 10 interview questions, discussed how to structure your answers, and shared essential workplace phrases to help you sound confident and professional.
Remember, preparation is key. Research the company, practice your answers, prepare thoughtful questions, and get a good night's sleep before your interview. You've got this.
Thanks so much for joining us today on Native Speakers Channel. If you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on professional English, career development, and communication skills.
And drop a comment below telling us which tip you found most helpful, or share your own interview success stories. We love hearing from you.
Good luck with your interviews, everyone. Remember, every interview is a learning experience. So even if one doesn't work out, you're gaining valuable practice for the next one.
Stay confident, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.